If you guys are looking for a place to get some reliable Ultimate Team coins, be sure to check the link in the description below to cointraders.co and use code LEGACY for 5% off of your purchase. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We are back today playing some more NHL 19. We're going to do a little bit of a new video today, a new idea. You guys have to let me know what you guys are thinking about it. But what we're going to do is take the best player off of every single team, and then we're going to take the worst player off of every single team. We're going based on overalls, based on EA's very top of the list. So in this case, Patrick Laine, even though there is 389, he is at the very top. He will be selected. We will be taking them off every single team, whether the top player is a goalie, a defenseman, a forward. Same can be said about the very worst player, whether it's a goalie, a defenseman, or a forward. We're going to put all those players together in one list, and we're going to randomly select 3 of those players to be on our team. Then we're going to take these 3 players, and we're going to put them on a randomly selected team as well, and we're going to see if that team can win a Stanley Cup with these 3 players. Now, the one catch right here is this. It sounds easy. It's like, oh, you could get 2 good players, all of a sudden they're a cup contender. You're right, but if they get a bad player, the bad player must play on the first line as well. If we get a 4th line goalie, which obviously isn't a thing, but if we did, we'd go out there and he would have to be our starting goalie for the entire season. Same can be said about, if we'd get Jones, he would be our starting left wing. He has to be put on the first line. That is the rule here. Whether it's the best player, the worst player, they must be on the very top line. I have to say, I've been thinking of multiple different variations of ways of doing this. One of them being that we could go out there and you could add these 3 players to a team, and then we could build the team from there. But I figured, you know what, if we get a lot of good players, then we might want to not build a team because it's already going to be pretty stacked, so we should just sim from there. So you guys are going to have to let me know what you're thinking from that front. Should we build the team based on the 3 players we get and then try to build a cup contender, or should we just straight sim it? For this one, we're just going to straight sim it. So let's go ahead here and randomly select our 3 players. All right, so here we go. We have 2 players from every single team, as we mentioned before, and we're going to go out there and we're going to pick 3 straight selections. We're not going to go 1, 2, 3. We're not going to drop a card down like we're playing blackjack and then do a random selection. No funny business. We're going to hit that. Pick a random name 3 straight times. Those 3 players, regardless if they're good, whether they're bad, whether they're right in between, we're taking them and they're going to be stuck straight on our first line. So let's go ahead and select these 3 players. Let's go ahead and pick random player number 1 is going to be a very nice advertisement. Patrick Kane. All right, that was very anticipateful. They wanted me to turn my ad blocker off to support their site because, I'm using their site. That would be a very nice thing to do so they can make some cash, but I am lazy, so we're not going to do that. But Patrick Kane is player number 1. Let's get player number 2. We have a pretty good start to this team so far. John Gibson. All right, so 2 for 2 on the good players. They still want the ad blocker off, but we have a goalie. We have Patrick Kane. It's looking pretty nice after we get done with this last player. We are going to select a team. We get to randomly select a team as well. Let's see what team we end up getting to use. It could be a bad one, could be a good one, could be an easy Stanley Cup, could be a hard one. Based on the players we got so far, though, it's a pretty good start. Player number 3 is Dylan Larkin. Dylan Larkin. All right, so it's looking great. We have Dylan Larkin, we have Patrick Kane, we got John Gibson. We got very lucky that we got 3 straight players that were good players selected here. So let's go ahead now and select a team. We got to get a random team to choose from here. We currently have the Anaheim Ducks. That's just there. Show you no funny business. There's a generator. Oh, the Atlanta Thrashers are out there. All right, so we got a lot of random teams. As long as we get an NHL one, I guess we're good. All right, so we're just going to click around. We'll start with Calgary, I guess. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. This is the team we're going to be using. We're going to use their players plus the previous 3. The team is going to be the New Jersey Devils. All right, we can make that work. A little Patrick Kane, Taylor Hall work. So here's what our New Jersey Devils are looking like. And by rule, we do have to stick them on the very first line. So the question is, do we stick Taylor Hall on the second line, try to keep, the line separated a little bit because we have Dylan Larkin, we have Patrick Kane on the first line. I don't think we need to throw Taylor Hall in there as well. I think he can handle his own. He is a Hart Trophy winner nonetheless, and we could throw him with Nico, good friend Nico, who's been playing with there for a while. But then you look at the New Jersey Devils defense, we obviously didn't do much. We still have Butcher, we have Severson, we have Vatanen, and then we have Mueller. Ben Lovejoy down there, buddy. Ben Lovejoy is still trucking right along. And then our goaltending is John Gibson, a massive upgrade for the Devils. And then Keith Kincaid is obviously the backup. So the Devils have a pretty solid looking team. I think they take the upgrades. If we were to say you want Dylan Larkin, Patty Kane, and John Gibson, I'm pretty sure they'd be like, sure, why not? But you know what? I think any team would happily take these 3 guys. Very solid players. I'm surprised we went out there and got 3 good players and we have any bad ones thrown in there. So this could dramatically change the New Jersey Devils season. It's time to start this bad boy up and see what happens. And like I said before, this is something that I wanted to try. I thought it'd be something fun, something different to do. I haven't really tried something along the lines of just randomly selecting players or something like that before. You have to let me know what you're thinking. We can go out there and, like I said, we can rebuild the entire team. it might be more exciting that way. But the only problem once you do run into that is if you were to happen to grab 3 good players and no bad ones, obviously you have pretty well rebuilt that team and you're just making it a stacked team at that point. But at the same time, if you grab 3 really bad players, all of a sudden that team's going to be looking like they're in pretty bad shape. Maybe we can have some sort of rule where, 3 bad players, you get the chance to rebuild your team and add 1 good player, or you don't, and we have to stick with them 3 bad players still. Same can be said with the good players, where if you have 3 good players, you can't go out there and grab anybody off free agency or something. I don't know. There's a lot of things I'd be willing to listen to ideas on. I think it'd be a fun idea to go out there and continue a series or so forth going on with this. So you guys have to let me know what you're thinking there. We are 27-13 with the New Jersey Devils. So even I think it was an 86. I couldn't believe it. I swear it said we was an 86 overall. I want to say that was broken. I didn't know anybody had that low of an overall in the first place. Usually you see 85, 84 as far as EA's overalls for teams. And when we added a good goalie, 2 stud first line players, would have thought for sure the Devils were in the 90s. I'm surprised it was that low, but it doesn't look like they're no 90 overall team. They're 38-15, 39-15. They're doing very well right now with the way Taylor Hall is playing on that second line. He's happy to do it. Looking to finish off the season very strong, though. Looks like we're going to hit the 50-win benchmark very early in March, about halfway through it, actually. So not too early, but we're going to drop 118 points. So the addition of Patrick Kane, Dylan Larkin, and more importantly, a solid goaltender back there for the Devils made a dramatic difference for him. We're going to get this first game simmed up. Oh, no, we're not. I thought we simmed 1 game farther than that. We'll go check out the standings real quick. See how our good friend Patrick Kane and company did over there playing on that first line. Those are playoff stats. We're going to try the other screen. It fools me every time I see that. I always think that's the one you want to click on, but it's the other one. Patrick Kane, 84 points. Very solid. 78 out of Dylan Larkin. 66 out of Taylor Hall. 62 out of Heischer. When you got your second line putting up 60 points, that's when you got good things to cooking. Plus 2 out of Taylor Hall, though. I'm not very happy about that, T. Hall. You'll be all right, though. You'll be all right. Solid player. But just the luck of the draw there. The 2 players we get lead the Devils in points. Obviously, like I said, we did throw Taylor Hall on the second line, so he wasn't really given the same fair chance there. And then our goaltenders, though, 43-13. A Vezina 912 save percentage. Really? I was going to say a Vezina-like season. Dang, 912. He must not have seen any shots. That does not sound right. I mean, excuse me, but the Devils do not have a very good defense. I am sorry, New Jersey. I think you guys are very well aware, though, that your defense is lacking right now. It's got some potential in the future, but right now to only have a 912 save and a 256 goals against average, that's a little shocking. I would have thought something like that, they would have, got lit up a little bit more, seeing, not as stellar of defense in front of them. The Penguins had 115, the Capitals had 108, 98 out of the Jackets, and 99 out of the Jackets, and 98 out of the Hurricanes. As far as the entire league is concerned, we have the 3 best teams in a league in a Metro. That's what I like seeing out of Metro right there. 108, 115, 117. That's pretty crazy right there. I like it. The Flyers missed the playoffs with 96 points. They had more points than 5 playoff teams. That is something you just do not see very often. Unfortunate for the Flyers, but lucky for these teams. They weren't in our conference. They didn't have to deal with that. For the Wild, for the Coyotes making a surprise appearance, and then the San Jose Sharks as well. Worst team in the league was the Edmonton Oilers. All they lost was they didn't even lose anybody. How did McDavid's team put up 62 points? He's going to win out of there. That's a lie. He's getting some pretty good money to play over there. He ain't going nowhere. Let's get this first round out of the way, though. I'm feeling good about it. We got the home games. We're going to go for the 4-game sweep, and we're going to clinch that 4-game sweep, starting off 4-0, sweeping them Carolina Hurricanes. Going into the second round, we are going to be going up against the one and the only Pittsburgh Penguins, taking games number 1. Game number 2, we won 4-0. A very nice performance, I would assume, by John Gibson back there. 4-1 win in game number 3. It is very, very crazy how good this Devils team is playing right now. 4-game sweep in a row, 8 straight playoff wins. I'll be honest, I thought the additions were great, but to say 2 straight sweeps in the playoffs, I don't know if it was that good. These boys are playing very well. The Tampa Bay Lightning in the finals, though, of the conference. This is where it gets kind of sticky. Very sticky. We're going to lose games number 1 and game number 2. It's getting very tough over there. We're going back in. Oh, man. We're going back in Tampa Bay, and we're going to lose. We're going to go into game number 4, and we're going to sim up to this day, and this is it. It's do or die right now. Either we win this game or, we lose this game, which is not going to be good. So we're going to go from 2 sweeps to getting swept in the conference. Oh, wow. Period number 1. We should have not simmed that one. Oh, end of story. I think we was talking about a 4-0 sweep. Tampa Bay just sent us a message there in the first period. This is not something you're looking for. Look at this. Kucherov, Gord is over there like, I got it taken care of. They pulled John Gibson in the first period. Keith Kincaid's already out there. That's not what we're going to see New Jersey. We're trying to get to a Stanley Cup here, and you just got, simply put, pretty ran over there by Tampa Bay. Paquette over there in the second, Taylor Hall in the second as well, but they're down 4-0. It's too little too late for the New Jersey Devils. What a fight, though. What a playoff run. 2 straight sweeps, but just to go out there in the conference finals and just get ran all over, though. I can't believe it. I thought the way we was playing, that momentum, you would have thought easy picking here, but Tampa Bay is just running all over this defense. Finally, the defense is starting to show them holes. A 7-2 game. The New Jersey Devils are going to lose this one by 5 and 4. Oh, they put one in the back of the net. I lied. We're going to lose by 4. A high-scoring affair. Maybe we come back and score 4 goals in the last 2 minutes. It's very unlikely, but it is possible. But it is not going to happen. The New Jersey Devils are going to get swept by the Tampa Bay Lightning in the conference finals. Just barely missed it. We'll see if the Tampa Bay Lightning go out there and win the Stanley Cup. That team's loaded. You can't knock the Tampa Bay Lightning. That was not it. You can't knock the Tampa Bay Lightning, though. Not like we lost to a bad team at all. We lost to a very talented team. To win 8 straight, then lose 4 straight, though, it is the Tampa Bay Lightning that are going to win the Stanley Cup. Very nice season out of Tampa Bay Lightning. As far as season-ending awards are concerned, we go over here and we look. We got Art Ross going to Tyler Seguin, the memorial to Seguin. Yossi with the Norris, the Lady Bing with the Seguin, taking a lot of trophies home for Seguin this season. Pedersen with the Calder Memorial. Then we got the Conn Smythe going to Steven Stamkos. The Vezina went to Matt Murray. Like I said, it's only a 9-12. He put up a lot of wins, but only a 9-12 out of Gibson, or he might have won that Vezina himself. I was kind of interested to see if that was going to be the winner of it. It was not. Braden Holtby with the William Jennings. Then the Masterton went to Alexiak. The Selke went to Bergeron. And then the Ted Lindsay went to Tyler Seguin. But last but not least, we have a Vladimir Tarasenko, Maurice Richard. He's been winning this a lot lately. It's not. It's the Maurice Richard king himself, Alex Ovechkin. As for this video, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.